Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bridgewater's Jets going up against Newton's Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
To throw on second down is Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Newton to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down carry now for Crowell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Going deep for Benjamin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play that time. Newton to Benjamin. 45 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the red zone now, Newton. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Charles Tapper coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
When you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Now he's forced out right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. He oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On second down, here's Newton. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Newton. Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Newton now to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Newton. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And he's brought down. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. The
first down carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles Tapper in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Here's Newton now on second down. And this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bridgewater on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, it's Hill. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To the ground, this time Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Bridgewater now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw, Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now it's Jackson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They run again with Jackson. And an alley to run. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Looking for Brett, intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, Hill. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Hill to try again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter of the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give. This is Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, mark. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He has Brett over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Newton. Underneath for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he's named?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on second down is Newton. He gets this one complete to Brett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll run on first down. Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it. Here's Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
By the way, they're into the 2nd half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, it's Jackson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will go for it. Now Newton. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he is knocked down from the side. It'll go as a gain of 9. And the Browns are going to have a first down. Out of the gun, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go option to the right. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 22. On 1st down, it's Newton. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 14. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Handoff comes to Cook. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest right down at the 1-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And not great starting field position here for the offense. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the end zone, Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On first down, Newton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Charles Tapper in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready. Ready. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 20.
On second down, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Browns on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 10 here. Pistol. Here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Eight yards to go here on second down. From the gun, here's Newton. Dumping it off for Johnson. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw, Newton. Being chased out left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Browns on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 12-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, Newton flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Newton now on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. A road win in the National